This is MSR TV6 15 Minutes News special presentation. Over the weekend, two special icons on French St. Martin was recognized as women who work hard and live a life not only for themselves, but mostly for others by going the extra mile to make sure that family members, extended family, and strangers were happy and comfortable. And this is their story.
L'Ordre national du mérite est décerné à certains hommes et femmes en l'honneur de services rendus, de mérite, de dévouement. Jusqu'au siècle dernier, les décorations étaient rarement attribuées aux femmes, car celles-ci n'exerçaient pas d'activité professionnelle. Je suis heureuse de constater que la situation a bien évolué et que ce soir, Georgiane, tu es distinguée pour tes services accomplis. En ma qualité de présidente de la section de Saint-Martin, je suis particulièrement honorée de partager ce moment solennel et de te compter dans notre effectif qui regroupe actuellement 15 membres. L'ordre sera dignement représenté à travers toi, ton association et tes actions dans toutes les manifestations patriotiques et autres avec Georgiane arborant notre insigne car elle est toujours présente. Notre section sait pouvoir compter sur toi pour transmettre à la jeunesse, à notre jeunesse, à ces jeunes en quête de repères, les valeurs de notre association, dont notre devise est honneur, solidarité, mémoire et les règles des 3 C, citoyenneté, civisme, civilité. Sache, Georgina, que tu peux compter sur la grande famille de l'association des membres de l'Ordre national du mérite. Notre section est à ton service pour t'accompagner en fonction de nos compétences et moyens. Les témoignages qui vont suivre retraceront les principales étapes du parcours de notre récipiendaire. Mais nous connaissons tous l'engagement de Georgiane pour sa communauté et nous savons que cette distinction est largement méritée et justifiée. Bravo pour ce que tu fais avec abnégation pour les autres et pour nos enfants. Félicitations, Georgiane.
What was interesting in what she back up our discussion or speech just now is the fact that women was never honored with such distinction a couple years back. And this just to show you that you have come a long way in democracy.
Bonsoir. Le protocole est établi. Georgiane, Boran Georgien, ou maman pour ses enfants et les membres du quartier. Tu as élevé tes 11 enfants dans le respect, de valeurs humaines. Malgré une famille nombreuse, tu as adopté 5 autres enfants. Avec de très peu de moyens financiers et matériels, tu nous as toujours appris que tout était possible avec la volonté et la persévérance. Nous sommes les témoins de ta beauté. Tout le soir, quand tu rentrais d'une longue journée de travail à Molenbeek pendant 28 ans et à l'école primaire de quartier d'Orléans pendant 36 années. Tu as toujours pris le temps de veiller que nous restons fidèles à nos devoirs et nos obligations. Malgré la longue journée bien remplie, tu as aidé dans le développement de Girls Brigade. Dans les années 90, tu as été dans les schools, ce qui conduit à la création en 1995 l'association comptait 10 enfants. Et environ 195 aujourd'hui. Les schools sont toujours présents dans les fêtes nationales dans les deux parties des îles. Le dîner annuel de Thanksgiving n'aurait pas eu lieu sans ton participation. Malgré cette lourde charge, tu as pris le temps de faire des formations pour te perfectionner. Nombreuses certificats de reconnaissance, la médaille d'honneur régional et communal, la médaille d'argent et de vénère, la médaille d'honneur de la famille Saint-Martinoise, le certificat de reconnaissance dans le travail, la médaille de la ville, le certificat d'accomplissement de travail de l'hôtellerie, la médaille d'honneur du Centre culturel de quartier d'Orléans. Aujourd'hui, nous te célébrons.
First of all, permit me to extend, or rather, to ask you for your apology for my late arrival. I don't know for what reason I had 7 in my agenda, so that's another reason for my being here at this particular time. Anyway, it is important today to take part in this celebration. It is not the first one here in French Quarter. Today, Monsieur Nabil, we are in a French celebration, a distinction that has been given by the President of the Republic. But circumstances maybe demands that we address ourselves to our invited people in English, and more so for you, so you don't be completely left out. Although I'm sure for now, by the time you forget our different events, you can understand even if you don't speak much, Honorable Prime Minister. There was a couple of years ago, I had the privilege to honor or to take part in the celebration of the same sort of someone that was very much important to this community, Elfrida Fleming. And unfortunately, another person that has been distinguished has passed just before receiving her distinction. And today I want us to remember that person as well. That is Rosalia Flanders. And of course, we have at the head table, Madame Arnel, also from Frenchwater. And for all those who have already obtained that type of recognition, I'm sure you can imagine what it signifies for Frenchwater. And for you in particular, Joshua, that nothing apart from the big heart that you have you predestinated to such a recognition. And I want at this given moment to say that Frenchwater is proud not only for those that receive distinction, but for all those who in these distinctions would understand the needs of being helpful to each other, the need of being recognized in your community, not for what you are, but more so for what you do, and in particular for what you do to help others.
One of St. Martin's own, Miss Veronique Javois, better known as Miss Vero, celebrated her 96th birthday on Sunday, May 18th. Miss Vero resides in the St. James area and is still very active in her home by cleaning, cooking, baking, and Miss Vero sees very well and also hears. Miss Vero, who is the last of 7 siblings and one of the 2 remaining siblings who are alive. And although Miss Vera have no children of her own, she have adopted children and was mother to her nieces. This is what Miss Vera had to say on her special day during her small celebration.
Well, the older one was different to these now. These, you got trouble, boy. But the older one, you could correct them. And when you tell them, don't do this, they ain't gonna do it. But not these today, God, they'll knock you down.
And are you thanking God today for being 96 years old?
Huh?
Are you thanking God today that you live to see 96?
Oh,
you can
yeah.
See, you can hear, you can walk?
Everything.
Everything.
Thank Him, Jesus, that He spared me to live to see this age. I did not for no more, but I see this one. Yes.
Adopted daughter and her nieces, who also call her ma, also spoke during this small get-together.
Her adopted daughter, well, she raised me from small, at 9 months old, from 9 months old. Well, she's a hard-working lady, was a hard-working lady, and still up to now does her little thing, you know. She break bread. She used to break bread, and for the majority of the French side, I could say, you know. And before that, she was a seamstress. Used to turn out her wedding, first communions, and so on. Even the dead. The bread, working hard, until a good few years,
What is the experience growing up with her as a mother?
Well,
was
she
she a
was
strict mom?
Yeah, she was strict, but very loving.
Loving.
Very loving. And she taught me well, that I could say I am here today, you know. And
Felicia Barry, this is my aunt Vero, and I'm very pretty proud of her because every time when I come by her in the morning, I take care of her like a mother, that she's my mother. She passed as a mother because she's a very nice lady, and she always loving, always cares for us, always be active and everything.
Mrs. Vero is celebrating 97 today?
96.
96 today.
Yes.
And is there any limitations with her? What have she changed now from then?
No.
What is she still doing? She's still hearing properly? She's still seeing properly?
Yes, she's still here, baby. She's very active.
You're still around in the kitchen?
Yes.
So my name is Claire Javois, and one of her nieces, because she have several nieces and nephews. And what I can recall of her is being a very attentive aunt, always there for us, looking out for us. My mother had 8 children, and I can remember on Christmas, she would always take 2 of us and give us all that we needed, the Christmas dress, the shoes, the socks, the panty, everything.
And this is your mother's sister?
My mother's sister, yes. And she always say, Mary, you made 8 children, but I didn't have, because she didn't have any children. No.
Okay.
And she said, you made 8 children, but you made them for me. So that's why we, as being her children, as she called us, we are always there also for her. Okay? She was always loving and always there for us. And she, I could say, was and still is the mother of all the people here in St. James, because if you are hungry, you can come and see her. And her door is always open, always there to listen to what you have to say, and always there to give good advices. There is a big gap, because things that I see children do today, we were not allowed to do it when we were small. For example, we would pass in the road, and even though my mother had a problem with the neighbor, but we were supposed to tell her good afternoon. Because if we would pass her and not say good afternoon, when we come home, that same neighbor would tell one of our, for example, our aunt, and say, you know, Claire passed this afternoon and she didn't say good afternoon. And my mother would spank me, because she said big people business is big people business. So, and we no longer see that anymore.
Ms. Vero, as she's affectionately known, is a resident of Quartier number 5, and this honor of her 96th birthday was done by the president, Mr. Paul White, and members of the board.